Hello everyone! So, big episode today. Not really, because it's 30, which means nothing. But big news. Two things I need to get through. FC25 comes out next week. I've got early access. Very excited. Damn EA, always taking my money. And with that in mind, there's going to be a big video this weekend where you guys get to help me decide what we're going to do for my FC25 kickoff career mode. There's going to be a few options that we can all pick from, and I want to get your guys' feedback in there because obviously I want to know what it is that you guys want to see. I've got a couple of plans for follow-up career modes, so I'm hoping to maybe do 2 or 3 career modes this year, if physically possible, for FC25. But I really want, obviously, the main flagship one to be something that everyone wants to see, and it's going to be really, really engaging. It's going to be a big year for the channel. I'm back, I'm booted, and I kind of want to make a bit of a difference this time around and really kind of make a push this year to kind of grow the channel and be a little bit more on it than I have been. I've kind of got that hunger and that love for it back, so I'm going to use FC25 as sort of like my way of kick-starting the channel again. Exciting, no? So make sure you tune in for that this weekend. Hopefully it'll be out Saturday. The second bit is referring to this career mode. Obviously, because of FC25 coming out next week, I want to be able to focus mainly on that. So what we're going to try and do then is actually get through this season of the Blackburn career mode as quickly as possible. So there's going to be a load of post-com episodes, and I will do live commentary on episodes that on games rather that are actually quite meaningful. So if there's cup finals, cup semi-finals, or we're in the run-in for Europe, whatever, then I'll do some live com. If I can fit one more season in after this one, then I will, but the likelihood of that happening is quite slim. Alternatively, if we did want to kind of carry on this career mode, because I appreciate we've not kind of got to where we wanted to get to, or where I would normally want a career mode to get to, then what we'll do is I can do kind of one-off big weekly episodes to finish off the save, but only if that's of interest. If the FC25 one takes off a bit more, and we all kind of want to just focus on that and start again, then great. Right, okay, all admin done out the way, on to Blackburn Rovers. Enjoy. Oh yeah, I also fixed the graphics. Bit of a pain in the arse to do, but we got there. That's right, everyone, back with another episode, and we start off in 8th after 10 games of the season. Not too bad, and we're actually only 6 points off of first place Chelsea. And we kick off the day's episode with a very daunting task of going to Anfield. Played the first team for this, as you would expect. Fortunately, because we're at the cup competitions, we can play our first team squad in the majority of games, and they are obviously our strongest 11. Going to the bench is a little bit weaker than normal. I won't lie, I was dreading this. Going to Anfield is never easy, but we actually made a really decent start to the game here, basically taking on Jurgen Klopp's suicidal high line. And with Siine and Tell, we kept getting in, ran behind, but unfortunately couldn't quite finish the chances that were given to us. Siine putting one wide there, which is very disappointing. But we were dominating the midfield, being really direct, and just like I said, just getting in past that high line. Alisson being forced to make another great save there from Siine, who was strangely profligate. For him, he's usually very, very good when the chances appear, but unfortunately was having a bit of an off day. And as you can expect, we were made to pay for that. Liverpool's first real attack and goal. They play a lovely ball into Diogo Jota, who's not going to miss from there, and just chips it over Etienne Green to put the Reds 1-0 up. But it wasn't long before we got ourselves back on level terms. Only a minute later, and you can see a lovely little bit of interplay. Zimmerman finds Tell. He similarly just dinks it over the on-rushing Alisson into the far corner on his weaker left foot. Very happy. And we went in 1-1 at half-time. Then, second half begins. Zimmerman had a lot of joy down the left-hand side, the right-hand side there, left of their defence. And he was integral in the move that set up Matis Tell there. I love the ball from Chalobah that he just plays here like first time, I think it is. That first time, bang, lovely into Tell. And we know he's a man for the big occasion. And he got inside Robertson. That sounds, yep. He got on the inside. No, it still doesn't sound good. We scored. You can see there that actually Liverpool signed Zinchenko, so that might also explain why they were having defensive frailties. Although, actually, when they brought him on, we began to really struggle, to be fair. Robertson was the weak link, really, in that Liverpool defence, obviously getting a little bit older in the game at this point. And then somehow, Theo Hernandez has moved into a midfield role. He was really advanced, came on as a sub, and managed to equalise with only 8 minutes to go. But we were able to hold on, so even though we held the lead for a good 30-35 minutes, I'll take a 2 to draw away at Anfield every day of the week. Next up was their Merseyside rivals Everton, and I touched on it in the last episode, but my record against Everton on FIFA or on EAFC is horrific, and I went into this game with a little bit of trepidation, but we started like on absolute fire here. Jordan Pickford making a brilliant save to deny Tell, and then making another decent save at his near post to deny Emile Smith-Rowe. You expect him to make that, but the first one, he had no right to save that at all. We just continued to bombard Everton in the first half, and this was a really good chance here for Tell, but a great bit of last-ditch defending stopped them there. Zimmerman then put one wide, and you're just thinking, are we going to pay for this profligacy? Yeah. Scott McTominay here plays the ball in. Thielman, who looks like a kind of regen, but a very good one, managed to head in. Don't ask me what Hayden Carter's doing. He's all over the place. And it's a really, really decent finish from their man up front. I was gutted, it's safe to say, but not to be unexpected. In the second half, I just couldn't break through them. They sat back and then hit me on the counter with a lovely goal there from, I believe it was Gomez. And just to top it off, Samuel Lukonga with a really, really good effort on his weaker left foot, clangs it against the bar. It's just Everton have a hoodoo over me, and I can't stop it. A 2-0 defeat at home kind of killed the form, really. I thought 2-2 after at the Wet Anfield, let's build on that. No chance. And it didn't get any easier as we went to Villa Park. Obviously, in real life, Aston Villa Champions League team. I was fearing the worst here, but as we have in all the games really in this episode so far, we made a really good start, and only a brilliant save there from Martinez kept Villa from going 1-0 behind. Etienne Green then repaid the favour in the 32nd minute, and it was a very end-to-end game. Villa kind of keeping it quite open. They pressed really high, as you can see, winning the ball there, although I'm not sure how that was a free kick, and more importantly, why they didn't give him the advantage. And Watkins again started the season in this pretty similar to how he started in real life, just a little bit not quite sharp enough and a little bit profligate. And like I said, an end-to-end real first half. Unfortunately, we managed to just nick a little one just before the half-time for Zimmerman. Again, it's the kind of classic goal. Bring the ball back, first-time pass, and the guys have made the run in on behind, and then we're able just to basically get a one-on-one with the keeper and finish it. Got a bit lucky here, I think, with this penalty, although on second look, it actually does look like a penalty to me. They've got Brenner at the back, who's obviously a very good defender. And I can't really tell, because you can't tell if he gets the ball there. If you're looking at it first, but he doesn't really get it, and he does take Tell out, so it's probably just about right. A soft one, I would say, but round about right. And Tell fortunately put us 2-0 up, and we should have really made it more than that, as Tell goes through again on goal here, but Martinez with another brilliant save to keep it only at 2. But it was a really, really good away performance. I felt that we were, especially in the second half, a lot more dominant. You can tell there Zimmerman hits a great effort, but it comes back off of the post. But we've played really, really well in this game, and I was very happy. Keeping a clean sheet as well is nothing to be scoffed at. Obviously, Etienne Green had to make a couple of saves in the first half, but nothing massively dramatic. And then I was hoping to follow up that win with a win at home to Nottingham Forest, a team who were kind of struggling in the league, and you would expect us to go in there and give them a bit of a pumping. Again, quite an end-to-end game. You can tell a couple of really, really good chances there within the first 16 minutes. Us missing one via Tell, and then Etienne Green making a really, really brilliant last-ditch save. But not a lot else happened in that until the second half, really, where you can tell Pack's out. Not great defending from me. He goes in on goal. This is never a penalty, by the way. It's Bella Kotchap, of course. Who else could it be? He's the one that gives away all the penalties. But watch this. Like, how is that a penalty? I've literally just ran past him. Never a penalty, but annoyingly, Jimenez tucks it away. I think it's Santiago Jimenez. Good player, actually, and a good signing for them. But absolutely fuming that was given. Tell then went in and squared it to Siine to get it equalised, but really that should have been 1-0 to us. And unfortunately, we couldn't go on and win the game from there. So it's yet again more drop points against teams really in and around us that we should be winning, to be honest. And so I was really, really disappointed. We seem to be playing better against the big teams than the small ones. And I also then had to make a number of changes for the game away at Old Trafford, thinking, you know what, we're not going to win this. So Boniface started, Kobe Mainu played, Harry Pickering played. But you won't believe it, Boniface put us 1-0 up after 5 minutes, and this is very much modern Manchester United, not stereotypical Man United, although they are actually currently top of the league in the save. Højlund was a nightmare, to be honest, to try and defend. He did brilliantly to hold off his defender there and force a brilliant save out of Etienne Green. Boniface then stinging the palms of Onana. That's right, he can make a save. And he did it there, but unfortunately they were to equalise as Mount got a lovely little tee in. I just got sucked across in the defence. Not brilliant from me. A little bit of ball watching, and Mount went through to make it 1-1. Probably just around about deserved. Ryan Hedges also played in this game, actually, forgot to mention at the start. He played for Emile Smith-Rowe, and he tested the palms of Onana there, and then set up Ken Sema, who ran through on goal against Hermoso and Martinez, managed to keep them at bay, and it's a brilliant finish across Onana to make it 2-1. And we led at Old Trafford at half-time, and I won't lie, I kind of sat and think, oh my god, I'm not sure how long we can hold this, and they're definitely going to come out in the second half and have a bit of a go. But we were absolutely on fire second half. You can tell that Boniface wasting a really good chance. Samuel Lokonga also then going through on goal and tees it into Ryan Hedges, who on his first start for the club in ages gets his goal. Club legend. I offered him a new contract at the end of this episode as well, so hopefully he'll be here for another year, although he's made a transfer request, so he may well not accept it. Mendoza there, making it 4. I brought him on to give Sema a rest, and he made the most of his chance. I do feel bad for not giving him more of a chance, really, because whenever he plays, he is absolutely excellent. United missed a sitter there, had a chance to make it 4-2 and put a little bit of pressure on us. But Boniface played it again into Mendoza, and another brilliant finish. I mean, you can probably criticise Onana a little bit there. That's not great from him. And Mendoza then nearly had a hat-trick. This was brilliant from him. He went past Onana. He's lucky, Onana, that Mendoza didn't go down, because otherwise it definitely would have been a penalty. I'm gutted that he didn't. And then he went and hit the post from the following corner. So Mendoza could have had a second-half hat-trick at Old Trafford. Incredible scenes. Marcus Rashford then bent in a consolation. Yeah, I mean, when was the last time you saw that? Sorry, Marcus. To make it 5-2, and that is how it finished. So an absolute pasting of top of the table Manchester United in their own background, or own backyard rather. Absolutely incredible. And to finish off the day's episode, we then hosted Spurs, and I thought, you know what, just beating United 5-2. But I've said it before and I'll say it again, FIFA and EA absolutely love Spurs. I don't know why. It's completely unfounded. They're also, I think, second in the league. Lucas Torreira, their ex-Arsenal player, don't forget, put them 1-0 up, and I really struggled in this game to get anywhere. Kulusevski was even had the time to take the piss and try and put in a chip from about 40 yards. Tell them went through and goal, hit one. Of course, it bounces off the post because it's Tottenham, which was infuriating. Tell them went through again. And guess what? Hit the post because it's Tottenham. So he hit this post twice in the space of 4 minutes, which was infuriating. Sema then went through on goal here, and you can tell it's a really good save by Vicario, and they managed to get it clear. We had chances, we didn't take them, although I think that was a bit unlucky, and then they went and punished us on the hour mark, where Velez puts in a really good finish, and that was how it ended. I had a really tough game against them. They were pretty good, but the two shots against the upright really wound me up, and there was a little bit of an argument there between Carter and some of his teammates at the end, so hopefully not too much of a falling out, but yeah, just a bit disappointing really. The EA love affair with Spurs continues. From our point of view though, a pretty decent episode all round. You can tell here, this is where I talk about Ryan Hedges. He's only got 6 months left on his contract. I tried to offer him a new one, but transfer request means that I couldn't do it. Next time out, we'll have a game against Luton and then a number of other fixtures to come with it. Unfortunately, the recording kind of cut out at that bit. So hopefully, I will give you a rundown of where we are in the league and whatnot. But obviously, we're not anywhere really, apart from in mid-table. And doing all right, all things considered. It might just be one of those seasons where we're just stuck in the Premier League and don't really achieve anything else. But thanks so much for watching today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like on it, share, subscribe, come back for more. Watch out for that video, like I said, that's coming out tomorrow on the Saturday with regards to the FC25 career mode. Make sure that you put your vote in there, and hopefully see you again next week. Thanks everyone. Cheers. Stay cool.